Hey, welcome. So, if you're trying to build a career in finance or accounting, you've probably hit that wall where you're just staring at this alphabet soup of letters CPA, CMA, CFA, and thinking, okay, where do I even start? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to decode all of it and help you figure out your future.
Right? CPA, CMA, or CFA, each one is an absolute powerhouse of a credential. But, and this is a big but, they can lead to wildly different careers. Picking the wrong one isn't just a mistake, it can be a really expensive detour. Our goal here is simple: cut through all that noise and give you the clarity you need to pick the path that's a perfect fit for you. So here's the game plan. First, we'll get to know our three main contenders. Then, we'll put them head to head to see what kind of careers they lead to. After that, we're diving into the numbers, what it takes to get certified, and what the payoff looks like. And finally, we'll wrap up with a framework to help you choose your path.
All right, first up, let's get properly introduced to the heavyweight champions of the finance and accounting world. Because these aren't just letters after your name, they're whole career identities.
Okay, here they are, our three major players. You've got the CPA, who's kind of the guardian of financial rules. Then there's the CMA, who's the internal strategist for a company. And finally, the CFA, the undisputed master of the investment universe. Let's dig a little deeper into each one. Let's start with the CPA, the Certified Public Accountant. This one is, without a doubt, the most widely recognized of the bunch. It's issued by the AICPA, and its scope is massive. It covers pretty much every corner of finance and accounting. If you're looking for the industry's gold standard for trust and integrity, the CPA is it. Next up, we have the CMA, the Certified Management Accountant. Now, while the CPA often looks outward, the CMA is all about what happens inside a company's walls. Issued by the IMA, this certification turns you into a strategic partner, someone who uses financial data to make smarter business decisions, boost performance, and really guide the company from within. And our third contender, the CFA, or Chartered Financial Analyst. You know, if you're the kind of person who gets excited about the stock market and investing, this is your zone. The CFA Institute issues this charter, and it is the global, undisputed gold standard for anyone serious about investment analysis and managing portfolios. So, you've met the players. Now for the main event. What does a day in the life actually look like with one of these? Because this is where the paths really start to split. This really lays it all out. You can think of the CPA as the versatile all-rounder, covering the whole spectrum. The CMA, on the other hand, zooms way in on management accounting. They're focused on the internal engine of a business. And the CFA? They're the specialist's specialist, with a laser focus on mastering the world of investments. So what kind of job does that actually get you? Well, for a CPA, a classic path is public accounting, handling critical audits and tax work. But that's not all. It's also a great launchpad to become a corporate controller, making sure a company's finances are rock solid, or even a personal financial advisor. Yeah, and a huge part of the CPA world is public accounting. Here's how it works. A public company needs its financial reports checked for accuracy to keep investors confident. So they hire an outside accounting firm full of CPAs to act as an independent third-party auditor. It's a role that's absolutely crucial to our entire financial system. Now, for CMAs, the career track is all about rising through the ranks inside a company. You might start out as a cost accountant or a business analyst, but the end game is often becoming a finance manager or even the chief financial officer, the CFO. You're the one in the strategy meetings, helping the CEO make the big calls. And then we've got the CFA. This path drops you right into the fast-paced, high-stakes world of investments. You could be an investment analyst, digging into company financials, a portfolio manager, making the calls on what to buy and sell, or a wealth manager for high-net-worth clients. The top of this mountain? Often the chief investment officer, managing billions of dollars. All right, so you've got a feel for the different careers. But what does it actually take to earn one of these titles? And, of course, what's the potential payoff? Let's get down to the numbers. Look, let's be clear. Each one of these is a major commitment. The CPA exam has 4 tough sections, plus that unique 150 credit hour education rule. The CMA has 2 exam parts and requires 2 years of hands-on experience. And the CFA? Well, the CFA is a beast. It's got 3 incredibly difficult levels and demands 4,000 hours of relevant work experience. None of these are walk in the park. And just how steep is that climb? Take a look at these pass rates.
The CPA exam hovers around a 50% pass rate. The CMA can be even more brutal, especially Part 1. And the CFA is right there with them with a pass rate also well below half. This tells you it's not just about hitting the books, it's about serious dedication.
Okay, but after all that effort, let's talk about the reward. All three of these certifications can lead to some really impressive earnings. You can see CPAs and CMAs have pretty similar salary ranges. But then look at the CFA. It starts higher and its ceiling is significantly higher. That's because it's directly tied to that high-stakes world of asset management. This chart really brings it all into focus, doesn't it? While the CMA just edges out the CPA at the top end, the CFA is in a league of its own. That hyper-specialization in managing huge amounts of money directly translates to a much higher potential reward. It's a classic trade-off: more specialization, more risk, and a shot at a much bigger paycheck. So we've looked at the focus, the careers, the grind, and the reward. Now it's time for the most important part of all: figuring out how this applies to your future. This really says it all perfectly. This is not about which certification is objectively the best. It's about which one is the best for you. Your decision has to come from what you're actually passionate about and where you see yourself making the biggest impact. Okay, let's boil it all down to one final choice. Choose the CPA if you want to be that bedrock of financial integrity, the expert that everyone trusts. Choose the CMA if your goal is to be a strategic leader, shaping a company's destiny from the inside. And choose the CFA if you just thrive on the energy and the pressure of the markets. So there you have it. We've laid out the map. You have the guardian, the strategist, and the investment master. The only question left is, which future are you going to build? The next move is yours. Thanks so much for watching.